What up everybody, I'm Bosco the Shooter. Welcome back to my Dream Sim Rig series. This is going to be another installment of my first upgrades. And today we're going to be talking about this upgrade. The wheel deck to post mounts, the brackets from Advanced Sim Racing. Swapping out the original Gen 2 wheel deck brackets for the ones that are coming with their new pricey Evo wheel deck. If you are looking for some more rearward or forward adjustment to run different steering wheels, then stay tuned because this is the video for you. Well, I was debating on setting up the wheels first and then trying to swap post plates, but I'm going to do the post plates now. So I'm going to pull the rig out and I'll get back to you in a second.
A few inches later.
So I was a little bit worried about the wires to pull off the wheel deck. None of the wires really got pulled or anything. I got a little bit of extra room over there. So the first step is going to be to try and pull these top covers off. So I figured out that I can actually screw it off. Look at that, you can screw them off and not wreck them. Because last time I did this, I literally wrecked 4 of them, but there's a bunch inside the kit that came with the ASR 6 that I was able to just pillage. So there's one super easily. Let's get these ones off now. I'm going to pull the wheel off because we don't need that. It's just going to be in the way. I'm going to put everything that we're taking off over here. I think I have something to put over top of that. There you go. Put that on there to protect it. When I installed all this stuff, I used these boxes. Maybe I used one of the boxes like this. And then I used some other boxes, like maybe one of these Forte boxes. This is probably how I did it. Okay, well, right now it won't fit in there, but at least I know it's not going to fall down on me when I undo it. So I got 3 bolts out, the 2 on that side, and there's 1 on this side. I just got to do 1 more while I'm holding the wheelbase and the wheel deck in place, and I just got to kind of move it over onto this box for the time being. That worked super good. All the bolts are out, all 4. The wheelbase is just sitting there. So I just got to remove 2 bolts on each side, holding on these brackets. Okay, that's 1 plate down.
A few moments later.
Okay, so you just got to tighten the wheel deck up. There's not very good light here. I don't have any way of moving the light anyway. And I'm pretty tired. I just want to get this over with. So there's 1 screw tightened up. Again, the reason I'm doing this is literally just to get the tiniest bit more forward. I want to be able to move I want to be able to get backwards movement. And this is, let me just compare the 2 really quick for you. I don't know if it's just a pointless thing that I'm doing or not, but you can see right here, the wheel deck, you can see I'm going to be getting this much more forward moment, I can get about 3 inches of forward movement, well, backwards movement, because the slot goes forward. And I was bottoming out before and didn't have any more movement. That's why I wasn't able to use the other wheel. So this is all just to be able to use the other wheel. I don't know if it's pointless or not, but we will see. So I swapped the wheel deck around and now I can get it this side. I'm going to swap the bracket around. This is it. We're going to see how this works in a second. So I loosened off those flatheads T8s. Oops, can't see. So I'm going to take these off right now. And then we're going to swap the bracket over. I don't know if this is going to fix anything or if I'm going to regret this. It's a lot of work, but if I can use that Invicta wheel, it'll all be worth it. So we'll see right now, honestly. Oop, probably move this mouse out of the way. So you can see both of the brackets are off and the extrusion's bare, and now I'm going to put on the other bracket. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. I have to loosen off these post screws a little bit to get a little bit of play. There's also two on the bottom. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to need to do anything with those or not. We will see. So I loosened off the post and I got about, looks like 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch of play. I'm going to see if that's enough. Okay, I did that off camera. I had to pull in the help of the girlfriend, but she came through. We are now, I might have it in the wrong slots now, honestly, but I did want to go back. And now I am back. So who knows? We'll see if this is all good or not. So I just figured out that because there's the two slots, top and bottom, I can actually move the one off the bottom in the back, and I could put one on top, one on the bottom, and then I have ultimate adjustment because the bolts can slide in the entire slidey space. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to slide, I don't even know if you can see that. I'm going to slide the T-nut down into the middle slot on the tops, and I'm going to put in another bolt there. So I just spent about 20 minutes sitting here trying to figure out how I wanted my wheel. No matter what, I'm like, it feels off, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to tweak it as I go, but this feels pretty good right here. I got the Invicta wheel on there. I'm debating on trying out some races with this, with these grips and see how I like them, and then swap over the other ones. It was actually pretty easy with the help of my girlfriend. Yeah. The only thing I can do now is basically to start driving again and feel how it feels and what feels different, and if it feels different, and then go from there. This worked out pretty good. I kind of messed up the powder coat on that bracket, but it's going to be getting fucked up because I'm going to be constantly moving it to switch wheels. But this worked pretty good, having the one bolt on each side. It's not as clean looking from the driver's perspective, but I now have maximum range forward and backwards, which is what I was hoping for. Now I just got to put the caps on. There's one on. So this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to undo the profiles that you would mount the shifters to, where I have my shelves mounted. All I had to do was undo the two bolts on the inside of this bracket here, and I was able to put the new brackets on there. I was like second guessing whether they're going to be awesome or not, and they are. I definitely think that that's a worthwhile upgrade. If ASR wants to, I noticed they stopped selling this chassis now, so I don't know what the deal was with that. Maybe they just made a bunch of them and they were waiting for people to buy them so they could powder coat them. They started offering them in black about a month after I bought this one, but now they don't sell it anymore. It's off the website. But these Evo brackets, if anyone has an ASR 6 Legacy and they need more rearward adjustment on the wheel deck, on the wheel deck, then I recommend getting these brackets. I'm going to put the part number in the comments or in the description and up on screen right now in case you want them. I found these brackets purely by luck. I was trying to debate whether I wanted to buy the Evo wheel deck instead of the round wheel that I got, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised how this turned out. It's very nice. They're not on the website. You're going to have to ask for them by name. I also thought I was going to have to move my pedals back, but so far I did not move the pedals back. All I did is I'm running the sliders, and that's it. So I don't know if the pedals were further away than but now they feel great. It could just be because now I'm higher. Like, I don't know if the height difference made a huge improvement in the ergos. Like I say, this is going to be things that I'm going to find out as I go. My plan right now is to jump into some races and see how it feels. There is one thing I'm a little bit worried about right now. I'm going to test this out. I was worried that maybe the wheelbase is too high for the screens. It is not. It just clears with like a millimeter to spare. Okay, cool. So everything is looking great. I'm going to move it all back into place now. Okay, so I got everything pushed back together. I pushed back the rig further to the wall than it used to be. Could probably go a little further still, honestly, but I don't know. I'll tweak that later. It's all back, centered. Yeah, looking killer.
The next day.
One of my favorite parts about having a sim rig, like the process of turning it on, like it's just so gratifying to like turn on the peripherals, turn on the computer, watch it boot up. So I'm just gonna hop into a daily race and see how everything feels. Sebring starts in 7 minutes. That's the one I want to do. So I'm gonna register for it and just do some practicing. Register. We're gonna register on the Porsche. Been ripping the Porsche lately. I'm gonna go with the baby blue. Register. I'll get back to you in a little bit here. It's really weird. It didn't feel weird until I started driving, but I feel like I've set the seat too close and the pedals are too close. So I'm gonna have to go remove everything again, but it is what it is. So I was on 3rd place in that first race back. Had some salty people try and run me off course and then threaten to report me. So I'm gonna grab that clip because that was hilarious. What up, everybody? It's Bosco Too Fast back again. This is about a week after, or like 5 days, something like that, after I did the post to wheel deck mounts. And I've been running this Invicta wheel now, which was the whole end goal of swapping those over in the first place. Didn't end up changing the settings from the first day that I put them in. I just want to give a little update. I'm loving these brackets. The fact that I can move the brackets the full length of the slots because I have the bolts in the same profile slot, top and bottom, really, really, really made this $40 upgrade well worth it. So if you're someone who has the Gen 2 wheel deck from Advanced Sim Racing and you need more rear adjustment and more adjustment in general to be able to run different steering wheels, then I highly recommend reaching out and grabbing a pair of these brackets. The swap was really easy. Like I said, all I had to do was loosen off those 2 bolts on the angle mount there on the profile, the upright, and I had just enough play to slide that new wheel deck in after I mounted the new brackets. So yeah, I'm Bosco the Shooter. I hope you guys are enjoying these upgrade videos. I just want to make it a little easier for everyone who is debating on doing upgrades or wondering where they should spend their money. You can see the upgrades that I've done and make your own informed decision. I'll see you next time. See you on the grid. I'm Bosco the Shooter. Peace. If you made it this far, consider giving me a like and subscribe and check out the full build video next to the chimp.
Upgrade with 2 Ds, as he says, for a double dose of his pimping.